Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakah, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Echoes the same text to the whole elect. It's the brother Isaiah with the Pittsburgh GMS camp, Salaki. Coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakah, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Okay? You will be hated, okay, for righteousness' sake. You will be hated for righteousness' sake. You know, and sometimes we experience things that are very profound, very important, impactful, you know, in the sense of a major event happens or something traumatic happens in our life. And sometimes we can observe small examples of things, you know, it's like the situation I'm referring to is so trivial that I don't even want to mention it, but I notice a pattern. I notice a pattern in things, you know, small, even minor disagreements in a social setting. You know, Esau, as the scriptures say, he is wiser than Daniel. Okay, there's no, let me get that precept, right? And I got my dogs out. I'm about to call them up to the front. Come on, y'all. Come on, let's go. Right? And they do experience, like I said, I'm going to get that. I think it says there's nothing they can hide from me. That's what it says. Thou art wiser than Daniel. And there's nothing they can hide from me. I'm going to still get it. Right? Now, of course, this is, you know, in that verse chapter, it says king of Babylon. But we know spiritually Esau is the king of Babylon. He's the king. He's the pharaoh of Egypt. And things like that. Let's get it. Right. Go here and grab this precept. Wiser than Daniel. All right. Ezekiel 28:3 says, "Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee." Right. So Esau, he does these experiments. He does these, he makes observations and he does surveys and he observes, like I say, he observes things and he comes to these conclusions, right? And so a lot of that is like social experimentation, right? Where there'll be a situation and he'll mark down the data. Now, what I've noticed is I've been doing my own little experiments or making my own observations, not even actively, but you know, through the spirit, I'll come to a conclusion and I'll say, and I'll relate to it spiritually or scripturally. It's lucky for being long-winded, right? I'm outside, new format of doing my lesson with the dogs. I'm gonna walk around a little bit. So, you know, I notice situations where I'll be in a chat where you type. You don't really talk to people on the microphone, but you might be in a social environment and you might text, right? And if there's a disagreement, usually there'll be a disagreement over something minor. And like I said, I'm going to be very vague in this, okay, just to keep it simple and not too personal. But I can make an observation about something and I'm correct about it, you know. Whatever it is, I can say, hey, I believe that this situation should be handled differently, or it's not fair to do things this way or that way. And I'll notice that people will err to the side of the popular opinion, or they will persecute you for speaking any form of righteousness. You could be speaking the smallest. You don't even have to be speaking scriptural. You don't have to be quoting a Bible verse. All you got to say is, hey, I think that this is not fair as A, B, and C. I'm a new person to this, whatever it is, situation, and I think it would be courteous as me being a newcomer if A, B, and C were to happen. And you would have people, the majority of people will jump down your throat and tell you that you're the one that's wrong and tell you that you're being a Karen, or tell you that you could be the most nicest, so to speak. You could try to be peaceable. You could apologize. It doesn't matter. The scriptures say, I'm going to get it right. And they don't say these things in vain, okay? The scriptures say these things because the Lord intended for them to have a purpose, right? He that depart. And there's a glare out here. Isaiah 59:15 says, yea, truth faileth. See, we understand that the Lord, we're fishers of men, so the truth is going to catch the elect. It's going to catch the righteous fish that are meant to be caught, okay, because we're fishers of men, right? But on a general way of speaking, truth faileth. Why does truth faileth? Because the world cannot receive the truth. The scriptures say, hey, Salakia, stay up here, man, where I can see you. The scriptures say that the world cannot receive the spirit of truth because they have not a love of the truth. You see, they can't receive that spirit. And so you can speak any truth. As it says, yea, truth faileth. That's Isaiah, once again, 59:15. All right. You can speak the truth and it can be very simplistic, but people will not be able to receive it because they do not have a love of the truth. It says, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. See, as it says, him that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. Okay, so you could just err for the side of truth on a basic, human courtesy aspect. But as we know, the love of many shall wax cold, and you can garner hate. I literally had a situation where I had to tell people, like, look, I understand that this guy that took my statements wrong, because when you read a text message, you can really take people's statements wrong and not understand the tone of voice or understand the way somebody's coming, and you could get offended, and a lot of people nowadays got the pussy. I'm just Salakia for saying it that way, but a lot of people are very offended, as the scriptures say, many shall be offended. And I'm seeing that in these days where simple things where people really should not be getting offended, they're getting very offended. They're getting highly offended, very highly offended, and men that are supposed to be a little more tougher skinned are getting, like I said, offended at things that they shouldn't be. It's like, nigga, what? Are you mad about that? Nigga asked you a question. It ain't even like somebody, tried to make a statement about you as if you were something. Person just asked a question and you offended about it. You pissing me off. It's like, dude, get out your panties, bro. All right, get out your feminine energy, bro. Right? In this particular situation. But anyway, then you got other people, because that's their friend, that don't know the whole story, just jumping in saying, whatever, this, that, and the third. And you really got to tell them, like, look, y'all need to stop D-riding. Get off that dude's ball sack, man. Okay? Get off of him. Quit worrying about what the hell going on between me and him. This ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Okay? But the point I'm making is that I'm observing in these situations how people are backing the way of wickedness because truth faileth. And I'm gonna go read the scripture now, Salaki. Okay? That was a lot of explaining. So Salaki for that. Isaiah 59:15. Yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. Okay, so this is just, like I said, something that's trivial, and I'm seeing how it can happen. So how much more when the people of the world are deceived? They're already deceived, but when they're fully deceived by this devil, and the men of the Lord, have this truth that we speak. It's not a narrative, it's the true narrative, right? People are going to be, I can see how people are going to be on board to demonize you and tell you this. And I mean, when I say people were chiming in, oh, you're burying, you're digging yourself in your own hole, and time to walk the plank, and all these other different things. And it's just like, motherfucker, y'all don't even know what's going on. Like, mind your business. But people it's that spirit out here that the Lord's riling up of people. Get off that. Okay, of people joining together to come against those who are trying to be a beacon of light in the world. See, there's a reason why the IUIC got shot at, okay, or why they got treated the way they got treated when they did them quote unquote church blitzes. Because those people don't love you. Those people don't want to hear the truth. Okay, one of the worst things you can do is wake a nigga up out of his sleep. A nigga don't want to be woke out of his sleep. A nigga want to keep sleeping. So when you go into these churches and you're trying to wake somebody up, you're not welcome. You're casting your pearls before swine. Little girl.
Yes, sir.
What you doing? Where you going? You see? I got things to do across the street. Thought I was talking to him. Okay. But anyway, you're casting your pearls before swine. You're giving that which is holy unto the dogs. Okay. And these people have been rejected by the Lord. Where you going? Right? It's a lot. I'll probably end it soon because I'm also trying to keep these dogs in line while I'm doing this lesson. So a bit of a distraction. But so hey man, these people are not gonna and in that specific scripture it says what? Cast not thy pearls before swine, lest they trample them and rend you. Okay, so not only are they gonna take your words of wisdom and cast them down into the dust, then they're gonna stomp on them, and then they're gonna turn their attack towards you. All right, the scriptures say, "No tomb thou doest good, lest thou shalt receive evil for all thy doing." Okay, so you trying to do good unto these different people, but guess what? These people are wicked, and they're gonna turn their horns towards you. You see, and you're gonna be the one that ends up with egg on his face, as they have that saying. Okay, but the scriptures have a likewise saying. They say what? They say if you answer a fool unto his folly, then you can be made to look like a fool as well. Now, which really that means, don't stoop to a fool's level. Okay, now it says, answer a fool according unto his folly, lest he be wise in his own conceits. So sometimes you have situations where someone may come to you, right? And they may think themselves to be wise, and you correct them, okay? We correct doctrines and incorrect doctrines, right? We do that. But, there's people that do certain things. We're not going to stoop to your level, okay? We're not going to stoop to your level and we're not going to seek you out. We're not going to come. We see a fool out there on the street doing this and doing that. None of the GMS I can say. I don't know about the rest of you camps. We're not seeking our vocab alone. It's not happening. We're not finna find that. We're not trying to find that nigga. We're not finna go bother no IUIC members. Just let's find out where their camp is and let's go over there and let's blitz their camp. And we're not doing that shit, man. We're not trying to find nobody that's being foolish to go seek you down and to go meet you at your level. That's some IUI. Let you do that. Vocab, that's your move. We're gonna let y'all do y'all move. Okay? That's not the spirit that the Lord got us in. Right? But hey man, I just want to do that lesson, he that departed from evil shall make of himself a prey. You gotta understand that in these times, man, love of many is waxing cold, many are being offended. Okay, and also too, the next step is those that are for righteousness will be persecuted. As the scriptures say, the burning wrath of a multitude is kindled over you. Okay? And we yet to know exactly why that wrath of that multitude is going to be kindled over us. I don't know why. We know we can have these different reasons, but ultimately they hated Yahweh Shai because that was what was supposed to happen. And they're going to hate us because that's what's supposed to happen. Okay? Hey, girl. I just seen a cat. I'm going to have to take these niggas in the house because my dog don't play that. Hey, little girl, look at me. Look at me. Little girl. Look at me. Nope. Sit down. Look at me. Good. Yeah, I think she caught wind of that joint. Anyway, as I said, the great wrath of a multitude will be kindled over us, and they will hate us for righteousness' sake. So just be mindful. When everybody hates you, when you're trying to be the voice of reason and motherfuckers turn against you, don't get offended. They did it to Yahweh Shai, okay? And it's better to suffer for righteousness' sake than for wickedness' sake. So they just continue to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove, and refrain from trying to reprimand a foolish individual. These people of this world will not understand righteousness. Okay? And they will hate you for all the righteousness that you try to give. Okay? So keep it to yourself. Okay? Speaking to myself and to the others to whom it applies. Okay, so with that, I'm going to say, Shalom, call Allah Yah, Bashem Yoshai, Bashem Kakadash, the honors to the Apostle Elders, the great millstone. Shalom, peace to the elect.